Hey everybody, it's your girl Unique Speaks here. Talk about what I'm talking about. So come on in. I have another video for you. We're gonna be talking about a housing director's perspective in the nonprofit, especially for DVSA women. Okay, so let's talk about it. First of all, let me fix myself. Goodness. So you see me here every week, just talking about what I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? But what you might not know is that when I close this laptop, when I close my screen to my phone or tablet, whatever I am recording these things on, I am on the front lines of a different mission. Okay, I am the housing director for Women with Wings, and today I am taking you behind the scenes just a little bit of what it actually takes to turn a vacancy into a home for women who need it. Let me just engage y'all where I'm at so far. I took y'all with me to a kind of like a housing seminar, where I was just able to meet with the partnership that's going to help us house women by guaranteeing their security deposits. And I'm really excited about that partnership. So I'm really right now trying to connect with apartment communities in the area that I'm in, and I'm just going to venture out and just cover all the areas that is closer to me, as well as just all over throughout the Atlanta area. Okay, so one of the things that I am realizing, that I made my first phone call, and I was like, this feels kind of different. It's one thing to work on the other side of things. As a property manager, I was an assistant manager, I was a leasing consultant. I've been all three, and I worked a little bit in maintenance, but I've never been a maintenance tech. But I can say that it was just feeling like, ooh, girl, like you can only imagine what this is gonna feel like on the other side when they take a phone call from me. They're like, oh my God, here go another person. Oh my God, here go the phone ringing again. Oh my God, I'm ready to go home. But because I know what that kind of feels like, I be trying my best to just be like, hey, like I ain't trying to take up your time. I just want to talk to the manager real quick. I'm just trying to be very personable. I remember taking these type of phone calls, and I just be like, oh, I got reports to do. I'm trying to collect this rent. I'm trying to get my delinquency down. So just to have an understanding of both sides right now, it's been like interesting. And I only made one phone call so far. So I'm just finding it so interesting, how it feels to call. And I feel like I might have a little bit more grace if God put me back out there again and I'm a property manager. I think I might be more open, to just really listen to people, because they are really a lot of people out here are trying to make changes and make different moves and help so many people. And so we got to know what they calling for. We need to give them the time. You know what I'm saying? So I thought about bringing y'all in just a little bit closer, as I'm sitting here at my desk and I'm trying to write down as many apartment communities as I can, like I said, in the area that I am in. And I'm probably going to start up on first thing on Monday. If not Monday, I'm going to kind of fill it out, because what I do know is, because of the knowledge I have in property management, that Mondays can be really hectic. And Fridays can be just as hectic because people are trying to get out the door. So my open window is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, but that's just in my head. I'm still going to attempt to call on Monday and just see what that looks like. But so far, being that it was today, when I called and asked for the property manager, she was just like, oh, she's on the phone right now. Now, I know what I used to tell my girls, you know what I'm saying, who used to work under me. I'd be like, tell them I'm unavailable. You know what I mean? So I get it, and it's Friday. People trying to go home, and like I said, Monday reports and things like that. And weekend Friday report. So I just kind of know, and I'm not assuming, but I'm just going to take that into consideration. You know what I'm saying? But however, I just thought I'd put some footwork in and go ahead and list out the apartment communities with their telephone numbers. I'm leaving like a little bit of space so I can give myself some notes, on what that phone call was like. Was I able to speak to anybody, who I talked to, especially if a leasing consultant or assistant manager answers the phone, or the manager, whoever I'm talking to, I'm gonna write their name down so I know who I spoke to. I'm also writing down like the date and the time. So I just have a track record, so I know what I've done. The footwork is being done, and I can see my work. But so I'm just gonna I'm just gonna show y'all just how I'm, what I'm doing. I don't know. Like I said, I don't vlog much. Okay. So this is new for me, but I want to bring y'all in because I just feel like the more and more that people know, what I do on the back end, more people will be more open to help and understand, like, this is what I even created my channel for, to share my story, to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, build a relationship with the Father, because God loves us. He created us and he has missions on the inside of us, and we should never just stop at the working secular job level. You know what I'm saying? Like, why God has you there should be the question. Like, why do God have me in this industry? Is it just because that's where the money at, or is it because something on the inside of me is supposed to do something in this sector and I haven't tapped into it yet? So I find it very, very interesting, and things like that. So hey, let this be a motivation to, hey, don't give up on your organization and what you're working on in the background. Like, what you do on your everyday life has nothing to do with what's inside of you. So just keep going. And so yeah, I'm gonna show y'all, like, me just writing down these apartment communities and trying to just get through this. I'll probably speed it up for you. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to show y'all a little bit. Again, I do not vlog, so if there's something y'all don't want to see, like, girl, you ain't have to show all that, just let me know. And just keep it real. About 14 apartment communities that I'm gonna have to, I'll be able to kick off on next week, and I'm really excited about it because I got me a roadmap. I got a starting point. I got something that I can work with. The great things about this for me is that, again, I have been in property management now 18 years. 18 years. My oldest daughter is 17, and I started when I was pregnant with her. So that's how I keep up with my years. But anyway, in this in October was my year of coming out of the industry back into, the sector of being at home, stay at home mom, homeschooling my babies and taking care of the household. Okay. And so I'm excited about this venture, and I have been excited about this venture since October. Because I just know that God is just moving me in the areas that he wants me to move in. So I just move off his rhythm. I don't have no plans. I don't have any personal goals that are outside of his will. And so if it doesn't align up with him and it's just something that I personally want to do, and God don't bless that or favors that or approves that, then I'm just out here doing something. So I just like to keep it real and just let y'all know I'm only doing this because God put me here. Okay. I'm doing this because God placed a lot of experience in this, because I had to go through this myself. I had to go through the experience of overcoming those things. I had to go through the experience of connecting with other amazing women that are like myself. I'm able to feel like there is truly a community, okay, for us, a community for those who have endured, domestic violence, sexual assault, any type of trauma from childhood and relationships. You know what I'm saying? So all of these things tie in together because it's polluted propaganda from the enemy that conditioned our minds to be like, this is okay, this is a part of way of life, and this and this and that. But it's a lie from the pits of hell. And so we're out here advocating for women to know the truth. That's not our portion. There is so much more about us. I would have never thought that this is what I would have become, growing up, because I was just so far left, but God is what pulled me to the right side. And because of that, there is so much hope for so many women out there. And so to be the housing director, it's an honor because God used my ashes and turned them into such a beautiful mission. Even the more that this is so beautiful for me is because I wouldn't say that it was something that was always inside of me to do, say per se, for in this sector, or what it looks like, or the reason why I say that, is that many years ago, many years ago, this I was still in the industry. I found a video. If I find it, I'll share with you all. But I'll find this video. I had this idea of seeking a cure for women, and I had no clue, okay, of what I was gonna do with it. I looked at it as just a motivational kind of a situation, and I created a Facebook group for it. It was called Seeking a Cure for Women, and I think I kept it there, and I really didn't do too much with it because I didn't know what to do with it. And then I think I changed the name to it, but it still was empowering women, something in that nature. I closed both of those groups because I really wasn't doing anything with it, and I didn't even know where to start. I just knew that I wanted to advocate for women. I wanted to, do so much with it. But guess what? I was at that time, I was not ready. I wasn't ready because I wasn't healed. I was still broken. I still had trauma. I was still going through it. Okay. So there was no reason for me to think that I could motivate anybody when I really needed the motivation myself. A part of Women with Wings outreach is truly an honor because God had placed this inside of me before. I just didn't know how to pursue it. And so when he put me involved with Women with Wings, I just saw nothing but opportunity for not only for me to stretch my own wings, come out of my shell, but he used YouTube. He used this platform right here. So many of you watched me grow. Many of you go back to my old videos. I was looking just like the rest of these women out here, on social media, thinking my hair had to be right, make sure this was right, this is right. And, I was just trying to be something that I just wasn't, okay? And then God sent me through this transition with my face, y'all got to go back to those old shorts where I filmed, regular videos as well as shorts, just showing like, I still got to do this. God is still pushing me in this direction to do YouTube. And I really didn't even understand it. I really didn't even like, everything that dealt with it. And I don't want to get off track. So let me get back on track because I could talk about that on a whole nother video. And if y'all want to hear more about that, y'all just let me know down in the comments. Has truly driven me back to the passion that God gave me before. I just didn't know what to do with it. And then he grew me up in the process, And so 2 years ago, I get into the academy side of things. I start taking classes, increasing my spiritual growth and my relationship with God to, grow and have a spiritual relationship with God. And so I took full advantage of that. And in that first year, I definitely took the time to, really, heal, evolve, become. And y'all saw a lot of that, here. And as that was all going on, from the academy side, God brought me in onto the Women with Wings side, and I found myself even more, and it brought back all of those missions that God had gave me before, put me as a life coach, just all of these different things that he allowed me to experience and brought me right here. Being in property management showed me my passion to house people. A lot of people would come in with different stories, whether they had divorced or they're trying to get their children back, or this was a whole new chapter of their life, and they would bring me in on their journey. I'm just a Lisa consultant, but they would sit there and just tell me everything, and whatever they would share with me would stay right there. If anything, I would share it with my mom or something like that, just about how my work went. But most of that stuff stayed at the table, and I would carry it in my heart, and it just continued to just grow in me to want to house people. And when I would call them and say, hey, you were approved, and those phone calls are the best. I didn't like the ones I had to call and be like, oh, your application was declined. But I definitely overly enjoyed calling those when their applications were approved. I mean, because they were starting on a new chapter. They like one way or another, moving is a new chapter. When you're in that location, you're in that home, whatever that is, the memories and everything that took place in that home, that's a whole chapter in itself. But when you move, you go into that new location, it's like a fresh new start. So I was really excited to be a part of that journey with so many people, and now I get to do it again. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. It really wasn't a vlog, but just bringing y'all in and just having this conversation with y'all. So thank you for answering the phone when I called. Okay. One of the great things is that, Women with Wings is in position to help many women and children and families across the Georgia area, and we're looking to venture even further than that. And if you're here and you've seen my other video, y'all still trying to get the transitional house. Why are you trying to get housing? Well, guess what? When we get the house, this is done, right? Like the footwork is getting done before the house. And this is just how much I believe the house is coming. This is just how much more that I believe that we're going to get the funding. We're going to get everything that we need to purchase this transitional house. And it's called Tamar's House. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I just wanted to have a conversation with you all and let you know what I do in the background, continue to bring you all on this journey as I continue to learn how to vlog and vlog right and capture some of the things that y'all want to see. And that requires y'all to comment, okay? It requires you to let me know what you want to see, any questions that you may have or anything like that, because I am looking for the support in this. I'm looking for the community that God is calling me to, okay? Those of us who have been going through what I've gone through. Y'all heard my story. That's just my story. But there are many women out here that are silenced by it. They don't want to share it. They could be walking in embarrassment or shame. And we just about to cancel all of that, because I'm here to bust down the walls that the enemy has rose up for us to say that we can't be who we were created to be by God, okay? And I'm so much more than what I was, and if I would have just stayed in that would have just been the cycle that the enemy wanted me in. But because of this, I'm praying that I can bring hope to those who know like there is hope out here and there's a community for you. Raising funds for the transitional house. Many of you may be thinking like, why are you doing this and y'all don't even have a transitional house yet? Like what? Well, if you are securely following me, like you are subscribed, you hit like, you be sharing my videos out because that there is somebody that is going to be motivated, inspired by my content, or motivated to stay in their nonprofit, or motivated, inspired to look beyond the secular job and realize why you're there, because God is building something up on the inside of you, okay? Well, let me just tell you, you can be a part of this without even leaving your home. How you can do that? Well, we have a fundraising event right now to help support the financial side of purchasing the Tamar's house, okay? And it's on my timeline. If you're following me, you should see my timeline. You can hit this channel, go to my post, and you'll see that I posted the information there. I posted it on my Facebook and my Instagram. I want everybody to know. And guess what? I've gotten some donations. Some of the dates are full. I have even gotten multiple on one day. I was like, how did that happen? But I wasn't going to turn it down. But however, if you want to donate, you check out that calendar. It's called Pick a Date. Okay. It's called Pick a Date. You say, I want to choose the first day. If you want to choose day one, all you got to do is donate $1, okay? And you have contributed towards us getting Tamar's house. Like, it's just as simple as that. Another way that you can support is also go over to Women with Wings Outreach. You can type in the search bar on YouTube, the @ support WWWO. That will take you to our YouTube channel, where we have podcasts on there from many women sharing their stories and experiences of domestic violence or sexual assault. We even have those who advocate for sex trafficking that will educate you in that area. There is so much more to come. So definitely by supporting our YouTube channel, we're going to do some more things on that YouTube channel. So that can also be a revenue source. Hello. So you can also share out this video. The funds that I get from my channel, I am sharing it with Women with Wings. This ain't about me. God takes care of me, doing it right now. God pulled me off my job in October. He's taking care of me and my family. And how we navigate through that is between us and God. But we okay. We standing strong, and I'm able to do this, So I'm excited to be able to do that, but I'm also excited to bring you along with me, especially for those of you who have overcome just like me. Whether you told your story or not, one day you will, and you will be able to help another woman, because we are here to empower you to empower others, okay? And so if we're not empowering you, if I'm not empowering you, then I ain't doing nothing at all. But this is the reason why that this channel exists. It's to build us up, have a relationship with God, so we can tap into our true purpose and walk it all the way out. Okay. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for your donation. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your prayers. Okay. Thank you for just stopping by the channel and checking out this video and all of the content that I post over here. We might be praying one day. We might be cupping up in the word one day. You're going to catch all my personalities because all my personalities are operated under the Holy Spirit. So you just never know what you're going to get. But trust and believe it's going to be good. It's going to be good and God is going to be pleased with it. And it's for those who are ready to hear it. So if you want to donate, check out the post, hit me up, send me an email. If you want to go to the channel and subscribe to the channel, this is in my description box. I have a lot of information in my description box that tells you even the more about my mission and what I'm out here to do in these YouTube streets, what I'm out here on all social media streets to do. And I want everybody to know that I stand on business about my Father's business, okay? And because of that, I'm going to bring everybody with me who is going in the same direction. You could be helping in this sector, you could be helping in that sector, but guess what? It's all for the glory of God. And so if we're doing this thing, let's stick together, let's keep each other motivated, and let's keep each other uplifted and to continue to do the work of the Lord, okay? I'm excited. I thank you so much for hanging with me this far. If you made it to this far, put it in the comments. Let me know. Put a timestamp on it. Like, girl, this is amazing. I want to be a part of this. How can I be a part of this? Because that's what I want to see. I also want to know what does you want to see. I want to know what you want to hear about. What do you want to know about? You know, what more information do you need? You know, but this is the mission, and this is what it's all about. And this is the work that it has to take, even when you're being paid. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the pay. It's not about any of that stuff. It's just a joy in doing it. So yeah, keep me in your prayers. And stay tuned for what could be next. All right. So see y'all next time. Thank y'all.